a phenomenal victory at home in front of a really big crowd. How does it feel?
Yeah, fantastic crowd. It was, first of all, it was lovely to see so many people back in the stadium. Atmosphere was terrific, and I do believe that in vital moments they were the difference to keep us on our toes and to keep that momentum going, and to work us through to that victory. But a hard game, a tough fought game. I thought Austin were terrific in spells in the second half, and we had to be at our very best defensively. I think when you look at the stats, that we still only conceded one shot at goal. We can be very, very pleased with that, given the sort of possession that Austin had. But overall, really pleased with the start to the game. Great energy, a real positive and dynamic approach, and I thought the opening goal was certainly coming our way at that point. We'd had some nice opportunities, and of course, very, very pleased to see us go in front and ultimately hold on to that.
Thank you, Coach. We are now going to open the floor for questions. We will kick it off with Dre Hills with the Tennessean.
Gary, the epitome, I guess, of the second half was obviously when Stroud was able to get that goal that was eventually called off. Would you say that was something of a wake-up call for the defense? I'm looking at Anibal. He was pretty animated and talking to Romney and Lovitz and some of the other teammates to kind of wake up a bit. Would you say that was the case?
Yeah, well, a couple of things happened, Drake. Austin had a very nice passage of possession and period in the game. They started to get players higher up the field. They were taking more chances. And for whatever reason, we ended up on our heels. I think there was some sloppy play in there from our standpoint that enabled Austin to continue their pressure. Bottom line is the goal's offside. It is offside, so it doesn't count. But to your point, I think it really was a bit of a jolt and, a realisation that, we have been under some pressure here. And if you continue to defend that deep and there is no outlet, then ultimately we might have fallen foul of an inopportune moment. But look, this Austin team certainly shouldn't be taken lightly. Anyone that has taken them lightly, I think, has fallen foul. They have some very good footballers. They're well set up. They're very bright. They're very purposeful. And when you layer into it the fact that they've been away from home, this is their 6th game. I think they're building in resiliency as these fixtures move on. And this was never going to be an easy game tonight. I certainly didn't look at it and think to myself that we should be rolling these over. I'm absolutely delighted that we've added the 3 points to the board, and we have excited a very big crowd tonight.
Tim Sullivan with For Club and Country with the next question.
Yeah, Gary, obviously the final score, getting a win is the important part. But when you look at your teams finishing in front of net, do you kind of almost groan and think it wouldn't be in a situation where a goal called offside is what we need to seal the win if we had been a little bit more clinical? Yeah,
I agree. I mean, when I get the chance to look back at the game, I'm sure I'm going to look at it and, on occasions cringe a little bit that we haven't been able to extend our lead. I'm delighted that we're making those chances. Of course, frustrated and disappointed that we're not making our life a little bit easier. But if you look at the fact that we've had 14 efforts at goal and 6 on target again, in and amongst that, we've hit the post. Dom's had a one-on-one. Hanny and Taylor have found themselves in incredibly good positions and not been able to finish. So all in all, it's been a very, very exciting game. 2 teams that are desperate to try and get themselves on the sheet or extend their lead. And it must have been a really good night for the fans that came and watched.
Claudio Villalobos with Total Sports.
Gary, you've touched a little bit on this, but I want you to elaborate a little longer. Was this a game where one of those soccer games where the team lets another rival stay alive too long, instead of just beating them, or is it also the fact that Nashville was not able to keep possession much longer during periods of the game to make true that Austin didn't have any chances?
I think to your point, a little bit of both. As we've said, there were chances to make our lives a hell of a lot easier, and to take the pressure off. When you have a 1-0 lead, any minor eventuality or a little bit of fortune for the opposing team can cause great difficulty for your group, and certainly snatch victory from your grasp. But we were sloppy as well at times. There was a period in the game where we should have managed the ball better. There were opportunities to do that. The ball was squandered and given back to Austin too cheaply. And with players that they have that are very technical and very capable, I think we gave them a little bit of confidence, and that confidence led to Pochettino running at players and causing some real difficulties. Their inclusions off the bench looked hungry and energetic. Stroud and Gallagher are both very bright young players, and they started to cause us some problems. Their confidence was high. But I think it's a mark of this team and some of the characters in the group, in fact, all of the characters in the group, whether they started the game or came on, that we were able to see the result through. There were some tough moments for sure, but if you look around the league at the moment, there's very, very little to choose between a lot of teams. There's some tremendous parity in the games, and it is the odd goal that's seeing teams through. And tonight we're very grateful that it's us.
Ben Wright with Broadway Sports.
Yeah, Gary, can you talk a little bit about the press, especially opening the game? It felt like you were really intentionally pressing them, and even had Leal and Wheel kind of doubling up on one side at times. Just what did you see, and just what did you think of the press?
Well, we wanted to try and give ourselves a really positive start, and certainly feel the possibilities that were here for us tonight to win a game. I think as well, if you look at the circumstances, we were aware of a much bigger crowd, and I think everyone wants to see the ball won back in the opponent's half and close to goal, and quickly, showing some real bright and purposeful play to create opportunities. The guys carried out the plan very, very well. We won the ball in some terrifically good positions, and to a couple of the other questions, we really should have taken more advantage of that. But I'm certainly not going to be critical of the efforts, the way that the guys carried out the plan and went about their business. I've nothing but positive words to say about the group. We continue to develop and grow. There are multiple facets in any game, and we slowly but surely are getting better and better at them.
One final question from Gola Langolo.
Hey, Gary, just a quick question. It's in regard to formation. Would you think that the 4-2-3-1 works better than the 4-4-2, or the 4-4-2 works better for you?
Well, I do think it's about circumstances. The last 3 games we've played, we've started with a front 2. We've had 2 of those games at home, and we've took both of those games. The away game in Salt Lake, of course, was a slightly different, dynamic and game plan. But both systems offer many qualities that give us, the opportunity to try and win a game. At the moment, the teams that I'm looking at, I think we can take advantage of certain areas of their group, and tonight has been borne out again. We've won 1-0. We've not conceded again. That's 4 games on the spin, no goals. There's lots of confidence in the group, and it's not changing the way that we attack the game with 2 up top, or a player popped in behind in that attacking 10 role. So I do think it's about circumstances and situations. And the good thing is, we're certainly getting better at both of those systems, and it gives us some flexibility.
Randall, another goal for you this season. How did it feel? How did the goal come about?
Yes, first of all, I want to say thank you to my parents, my little brother, my family, because I always say they are the support of me, here. And yeah, was good, with the fans and the atmosphere, the everything. I think the goals come in a good moment, and then after that we try to keep the control of the game. At the last minutes, we lost the ball, and they came to attack us. But this is football, and they was losing. They come to try to make a goal, but I think we won, and this is good for us now.
Thank you, Randall. We will now open the floor for questions. Team Sullivan with the first one.
Yeah, Randall, you assisted both of Jander's goals earlier this year. Did you tell him that he owes you one and he had to assist you on one going into tonight?
No entendí
Que
muy bien.
si que tú le contribuiste a Yonder en dos de sus goles, que si le dijiste que él te debía una.
No, but I think we have a good connection, between him and me. I think he saw me, then I was running into the box, and yeah, he make a good cross, and I make a bad touch, but the ball go inside, so that's good.
Claudio Villalobos with the next question. Claudio.
Can you hear me now? Sorry. Randall, we saw you walking, kind of limping there a couple times in the game. Are you okay, first of all? And the second thing is, was it frustrating to see that you guys could have scored more goals tonight and you didn't?
Que sí, necesitas que se me
Sí, un poquito. Es que Claudio habla español, pero no lo explica.
No, tranquilo. Que te viste cojeando un poco, que si lo primero
sí.
que si te encuentras bien y lo segundo que si han tenido oportunidades de meter el juego, que cómo pueden continuar o finalizar esas jugadas.
Sí. Yeah, I have something in my ankle, but I think I'm gonna be fine for during the week. And yeah, we had a lot of chance to score, and my teammates make the decisions, and we didn't score. This is something that we need to work, because we know that if we will score one more goal, the Austin can stop playing, because they was pressing us and they was attacking us too much. So we know that. And I think we wanna talk this during the week.
Alonso Martinez with the next question.
Randall, felicidades por el gol y segunda asistencia que lleva en la temporada. Se gana el partido, se fallaron muchas oportunidades de gol en la segunda parte. Ahora pensar en Atlanta United, ¿cómo ve el equipo para seguir sumando? Porque sumaron 10 puntos en la conferencia y están ubicados en la cuarta posición.
Sí, bueno, creo que era importante ganar hoy. Creo que por ahí habíamos dejado puntos en partidos aquí en casa. Era importante retomar el gane aquí en nuestra casa. Atlanta viene jugando bien, viene en alza. Creo que hoy empataron contra Seattle. Sabemos que es un muy, muy, muy buen equipo. Entonces creo que pues tenemos que planificar el partido de una buena manera y tratar de ir a sacar ya sea el gane, que es por lo que siempre vamos, pero si no perder, ¿verdad? Sabemos que es un buen equipo y vamos a tratar de hacerlo mejor.
Congratulations on your fourth shutout of the season. How does it feel? How did you get to get that fourth shutout?
It feels good. You always want to keep clean sheets as a goalkeeper, and then to get 3 points on top of it is even better. It was amazing to have the fans back in the stadium. So, to reward them with a win was huge for us.
Thank you, Joe. We will now open the floor for questions. We will kick it off with Ray Hills from the Tennessean.
Yeah, Joe, I had a question about how you communicate with that back line in front of you when things get a bit tense. Obviously, when Jared hit that goal, that was later called offside, and there was a bit of a stoppage, and it seems like you guys were all communicating with each other, trying to make sure you guys got composure. What was your, what did you say, and how did you feel that moment, I guess, transcended to how you guys finished the game?
Yeah, to be honest, there wasn't really much tactical talk going on. It's a play where I need to make the save, and it's a mistake on my part. And Walker came over to me and he said, pick your head up. We're going to need you to make another big save at some point during this game. So it was more Walker trying to lift my spirits than trying to figure anything tactically out. So yeah, it's a part of the game that goes unnoticed, I think, sometimes. But sometimes when you're not having a great day, you need your teammates to lift you up, and that's what happened.
Tim Sullivan with the next question for Club and Country.
Hey, Joe, when he put the ball in the back of your net, did you have a feeling that it was offside? Or was it kind of in the heat of the moment you didn't see? And then what was kind of, I guess, your reaction as you saw the center official go over to the video booth?
I had no idea that it was potentially offside. So I was pretty confused. That's one of the things actually I asked Walker was what are they checking? I kind of assumed it was offsides because they were looking at it. But yeah, once he blew the whistle and waved it off, I just shook my head and thanked God for letting me off the rope that time, because it was, like I said, it was a mistake, and I got lucky that we didn't get punished for it.
Claudio Villalobos with the next question.
Hey, Joe, obviously, I mean, we've heard from you guys and the coach that, well, you're not a team that take any team lightly, no matter what the record that they might have. But did it feel that sometime during the second half or any time during the game that the team let down a little bit to allow him to keep so much possession and probably put your victory in jeopardy?
No, excuse me. No, I don't think we ever took them lightly. I think, ceding possession, especially in the second half when we have a lead, it may not be pretty at times, but we find a lot of success that way. We're very good defending as a unit. We stay compact and we don't let easy opportunities in. And we're happy to let their center backs play with the ball at half field if it means that we have everyone behind the ball and we're in an organized shape. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was us taking the foot off the gas by any means, but more so a tactical decision to protect the lead we had, and if we had opportunities to catch them on the break, then try and find that second one.